Hi, this is Sharelle Muzic. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do a lyric breakdown of Tide. So Tide is the third track on my album Waves XOXO, which came out on September 30th, 2022. I love all the songs on my album, but I really enjoy this song and I was so looking forward to it. But I didn't want to skip ahead since my game plan is to do all of the songs in the order that they're in on the album track list. So, Tide is about a love that endures through all circumstances, through all times, through all days. And I started writing this album actually a little bit, later in the album process. I started writing for my album in, I believe it was December of 2021 is when I decided I was going to start writing and creating a project. And then in February, I started writing this song. And it was about, a circumstance in my life in which someone was going through something, and I started writing this song just to let them know that no matter how things turn out, I'm always going to be there for them. So that was the inspiration of the song. This song, helped me to get to the album title, which is Waves XOXO, because I started thinking about life and things in general, like water, like how things rise and things fall, but it's about remaining steady even when the things around us change. And so that's the idea of Tide. On the song, you'll notice in the backgrounds, dum, 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 da da da, da 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 da. Because I imagine if I were to perform this song, I would have a few background singers who would, do that part, and then I'll kind of come in, go straight to the point. Because, when it comes to love, I like to get straight to the point. The opening lyrics to the song go, "It's been a while since I fell in love with you." And it's just letting, this person know, like, this isn't new to me. I've been in this emotionally for a while now. Then it goes, "Took a vow and oath, made a promise, even when the sky isn't blue." Saying that I let you know either verbally or emotionally that, ever since I decided to go all in on this love, I took a vow, an oath, a promise, many ways to say the same thing. I've decided that this is where I'm going to stay. I'm going to be here even when the sky isn't blue, even when things aren't perfect. And here's the pre-chorus. "Now that the tide is coming, you're scared I'm gonna walk away." And it's saying, like, like this idea that, people are fickle. And I think sometimes when we're going through things, we start to think that people change their minds all the time or they're not in it completely. You think even the smallest thing will make them turn away and leave you by yourself. And so that's what I was saying. Like, this person thinks that just because things aren't going well now, I'm going to leave behind what we had. Leave you at your lowest point, but I couldn't do that to you, baby. And it's saying, because you may think people are fickle, you think I'm going to just leave you as you are, where you are, at your lowest point. And I'm letting him know I couldn't do that to you. because I already told you I love you. How can I leave you when you're at your lowest point? And that leads into the chorus. Don't you know you're a part of me? You're a piece of my soul. Mm. And it's, letting that person know, like, maybe you thought this was, just that regular run of the mill relationship, but no, this is so much more. You're more than the person I'm with. You're a piece of me. So how can I leave a piece of me behind? Then it goes, don't you know you're a part of me? I'll never let you go. And that's reassuring him that you're a part of me. I can't leave a piece of my body behind because I can't function completely if a piece of me isn't with me. So that's the idea behind that. The second verse starts, you always carried me, always stayed by my side. Mm. And it's letting them know that I recall the days when the shoe was on the opposite foot. I was going through tough times. I was going through times when maybe someone wanted to walk away from me. And instead of you doing that, you carried me on your back, metaphorically, not literally. And I remember that you didn't walk away. You carried me and you made me strong when I was weak. And I continue that thought with, no matter the stretch of road, your love did not subside. I remember it took me a minute to come up with the back half of that lyric. I knew the front half, no matter the stretch of road, but I couldn't decide how did I want to make that work so that it rhymes with the top part and stays with that idea. And so I think it took me a few weeks to come up with, your love did not subside. And you may notice that I've been doing that sliding and popping up to that head voice. It's one of my favorite things to do. So you may notice that pattern in my songs. It's just saying that even when things weren't working out the way that we thought in the beginning, even when things got difficult, your love didn't subside. You didn't change your mind. You stayed right here. And so then I bring back the pre-chorus, which is, so now that the tide is coming, why you scared I'm gonna walk away? And it's saying that based on what I told you, based on everything that came before this point in the song, you should already know that I'm not going anywhere. So it's asking, so you think just because I see some water, I see some circumstances coming my way, I'm going to walk away? No, I already told you before how I feel. I've already decided a long time ago that I'm here. Leave you at your lowest point, but I couldn't do that to you, baby. Yeah, I couldn't leave you at your lowest point. Yeah, what would that say about me? That after all we've been through, you going through a difficult time would make me change my mind. And then I go into the chorus. Don't you know you're a part of me? Reiterating, you're a part of me. You're a piece of my soul. I'm not going anywhere. And when I do the song live, like when I'm singing it in front of friends, on the studio track, I try not to do too much because I'm more about expressive versus trying to be impressive. But towards the end of that chorus, though you know you're a part of me, I'll never let you go. And then I roll into the bridge, which is culminating all these ideas, but I just want to make sure I reiterate it. Even if you're broken, no matter how far you fall. And I mean that literally, I mean that metaphorically. That means, let's just say you've done something and You've fallen from grace. Are you fallen and hit the ground? I'm going to be right there, either way, whether it's metaphorically or literally. I'm here with my arms open, ready to give you my all. Yeah, I'm here. I decided I'm here. And that was one of the points where, I tried to let the runs come out naturally. And that was one of those places where I'm just pouring out my soul, ready to give you my all. Like making sure I mean all of me, like it's literally like pouring out of me. And then I go into the chorus again to reiterate that, don't you know you're a part of me? You're a piece of my soul. Like, don't you know this by now, baby? And when I perform it live, I start getting just so overwhelmed with just that idea. Don't you know you're a part of me? I'll never let you go. So yeah, I love that like this because I just let the emotion of it just overtake me. On the studio track, I just never let you go. Something more simple because I like to do it in the studio a bit more simple so that way if I, make it a little bit more extravagant and in concert it's not just me repeating what I've already done, it's like kind of giving myself some space to, show that emotion. And then I go into the refrain. Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know? Just, asking him, don't you know how I feel about you? Don't you know? Don't you know? And then, I start breaking it down. Don't you know? Don't you know? Like, don't you know how I feel about you? And then my favorite part, I think, well, it's my favorite part right now. I do the outro. It's been a while, which is the same lyric as the beginning because I'm starting to do this circular songwriting. It's been a while, like just reminding him of what I said at the beginning. It's been a while, and it's been a while because it's always. I love that song so much. So, thanks for listening to my lyric breakdown of Tide. Be sure to check out the studio version, which is on my album, Waves XOXO. Let me know what's your favorite lyric from that song, and I'll see you soon. XOXO.